I awoke to the soothing sound of rain pattering against my bedroom window. Rain was welcoming, as it covered up my neighbors arguing about eggs in the morning. Sunny side, over easy, sunny side, over easy. It was always in the morning, and it was always about eggs. On days where my hangover wasn't too bad, I like to bang on the wall and agree with one of them, a small pry with big results, as I drift off to them yelling about something so cracked up. I glance at my watch. It's 9:45. Damn it. Doesn't matter what time it is. I'd react the same way. I roll on the other side of the bed where it's ice cold. A stark reminder of how literally cold loneliness can feel. And I take a swig of bottled loneliness, Jack Daniels. And it burns like the emptiness inside my soul that reminds me of what it was like to fundraise for my basketball team. I shouldn't blame them for kicking me off the team for not selling cookies. I said I traveled a long way. You don't travel in basketball. I wouldn't buy cookies from that kid either. I fall back asleep and wake up a new man. An out-of-body nightmare. An experience that felt like my soul was being replaced by a complete stranger, but only I know every single detail about that person now. As if I'm that person, my soul now feels more like a flickering candle as it was being finally blown out by an overprivileged youth for their birthday. I had the most intense dream of my life. It was beyond a lucid dream. It felt real. I dreamt I was a private investigator, Clemintime, working on a big case in New York City, living a life of a cliche. I seem to know everything about the man now. I know his age, where he lives, his social security number. I don't even know what my social security number is. What is my name? Who am I? This can't just be a dream. So I jumped up and ran to the bathroom. Tipping on the floor, I fell, hit my head. I woke back up thinking, oh man, it was just all a dream. Except I no longer remember who I am. I don't know this moron Clementine. Was he named after an orange? I climb over to my laptop, nestled underneath my pillow by the only slice of heaven I have, my Jack Daniels, and I being Clementine. Private detective. Whoa. 2.1 stars on Yelp, 7 reviews, 12 Facebook friends, and a news article. Amateur detective. Clementine with a horrible Yelp review, shot dead, 32 years old. No suspect. Please consider the matter under investigation with no leads. No leads. 2.5 Yelp reviews, stars. Looks like I'm going to New York City. Now I'm going to the Big Apple. Kind of time to take a bite out of crime and get to the core of what's going on. I'm gonna plant the seed of revenge to grow back into the person I was yesterday. I don't think I'm gonna make my shift at Red Lobster. And I don't want to work at Red Lobster anymore anyways. I've been looking for a place. I've been looking for a reason to leave that place, but I'm a man of my statures, only built for the depths of the back of house of restaurants. It's either a Red Lobster or a TGI Fridays. I'd just be rearranging the chairs on the Titanic at this point. I get a new job at a restaurant. I've been in restaurants for 15 years of my life, and then they teach me how to mop as if it was my first day with Annie and daycare and singing. I know how to mop, god damn it. The train ride is 4 hours away, and I head there. On the choo-choo train, memories that weren't mine kept entering my subconscious. Then, my actual memory. The most frightening one came while I was attempting to pee standing up on the train. A rookie mistake. I sit down to pee. I had 7 roommates who were all feminists when in my early 20s. When that's the case, you sit down to pee. Otherwise, you're on the chore wheel for good. And you become the chore wheel. And that's why I sit down to pee. The memory was Clementine, approaching a dark alleyway. I hear Clementine yell out, "Stop! I just want to talk." Then shots rang out. Finally a memory I can use. It was a lead, or someone he knew. What I saw was the last memory of Clementine, that bastard. I didn't even know. I didn't even get a look at the guy. Why give me a memory if it's useless? Why is it always raining in his memories? The rain continues, washing away my memories of who I am and replacing them with new but old memories. My memories are turning into new to you. The Salvation Army of memories, where the Salvation Army is donating justice. I order a Coke. I hate Coke. I like Pepsi. Whatever is happening to me, it's changing who I am as a fundamental person. I get a sudden urge for a cigarette. They smoked out bees on a farm. I'll need to be smoking out some suspects and solve this mystery before I have no choice but to become a 2.5 star private investigator. I have a theory, though. I got a theory. I Google past lives. My current theory is that God, that's right, God, being the horrible man at his job that he is, put my life and my past life at the same time. And as of now, because I wasn't doing anything with my current life, and my past life I was doing something, he gave me his life in order to get my life back on track. I must solve the mystery, make something of my life. Then I could go back to making nothing of my life. It's the classic life for a life predicament. God loves his games. And I was put on earth accidentally. Instead of God owning up to his mistakes and being a man, that bastard is covering it up. The only thing wrong with that theory is God doesn't exist. Or maybe he does. But I can't be solving lifelong riddle where not God exists. I'm stumbling off this train. I'm jonesing for a cigarette. I'm sure there'll be one to burn in his office. I get the 1042 West 42nd Street. It's a basement suite. Bachelor pad, not surprise. I remember he hides a key in the rock that's under a fake rock that's under a rock with the key. I'm in. His suite is unremarkable, stale, tacky. Clearly a bachelor. Who am I to judge? His suite is littered with cigarettes and takeout containers of all the old Chinese food. He's the cliche private investigator, that's for sure. And I'm the cliche alcoholic, that's for sure. On the wall, it's a collage of prime suspects. Evidence that's going to save me a lot of time. Or so I thought. Looks like he was investigating a stolen painting of dogs playing poker. Oh, he gambled with this case and he gambled with his life. Estimated worth $10 million. $10 million? Why would someone with an estimated net worth of at least $10 million hire a private investigator with 2.5 stars on Yelp? That's beyond me. It doesn't make sense, though. It's my first suspect. I don't think they wanted the painting found. They wanted the insurance money. So they hired a 2.5 star private investigator. Surprisingly, he gets too close. Bang, bang. Dead. A $10 million painting turned $10 million bullet. So who killed him? Who benefits? Where the hell is a cigarette? Most of the wall is just a question mark after question mark connected with yarn with no visible suspects other than the person that hired them, and otherwise a stranger number one. It seems like a complete waste of time, waste of space, but what I'm seeing right now is an opening. A theory. And I'll jump to conclusions because that's what I can do. What I know is as long as I am not a 2.5 star private investigator and bump it up to 3.5, if I could get to 4 stars, I can solve this. I can solve this mystery because I'm in this man's subconscious. This is 2 private investigators, and we get a 2.5 and a 3. I'm a 5.5 star private investigator. That's no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Am I gonna solve this? I'm gonna get my life back, and I'm gonna go back to Red Lobster, where I can become a manager. I can make something of my life. All I have to do is solve this one case. I light up a cigarette. Man, this is disgusting, but I love it. It's a horror movie playing to the tune of another man's addiction. I love it, but I hate it. I'm in a war with another man's subconscious, a war I must win, a war that I will win at all costs, as long as I can find a budget and money to pay for those costs. I must make whoever shot him think he's still alive. And when they come out to shoot me, thinking that I'm him, he's me, then I will find the culprit and I will solve this cold case and I will put the NYPD to shame. And the only way to do this, turn on the open sign. Clementime Private Investigators is back in business, baby.